Hello, everybody. My name is Eric Worre, and welcome to the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing webinar. We've assembled a lineup for you that is so spectacular, probably never been done in network marketing history. A lineup like this on one webinar for free, offering their ideas and strategies for you. If we combined the earnings from this lineup of women, it would be, more than $25 million a year in earnings just on this webinar alone. So I'm excited to be able to share some ideas with you, and let me tell you how this all started. My wife Marina and I have been wanting to feature and showcase the powerful women in our profession because they're really leading the way in many aspects in network marketing. And last year we finally realized the dream by starting an event called the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing. And we held our first event here in Las Vegas. We had approximately 1,200 people in attendance. And I will tell you, many people that have been to all of our different events have said that this was their favorite Network Marketing Pro event that they ever attended. There's something about the energy and the authenticity and the content and the heart and the community that was built in this environment that was just different than anything we've ever done before. So we finished that event. It was very exciting, a lot of fun, incredible value, tons of notes. And then we decided we're going to hold this once a year. And our next event is April 28th through the 30th here in Las Vegas at the Mirage Hotel. We have room for about 3,000 in attendance. And we have about 2,200 tickets already sold. And at the end of this webinar, if you'd like to attend this event, and you really should, we'll give you an opportunity, a special opportunity, special offer for you at the end of this event. And I'm sure it's going to sell out in the next 24 hours. But here's what I would like to do. Rather than listening to me, I'm just going to be your host for today. And we're going to go through and introduce you to some of these incredible people and have them share some value with you. So get your notes. Be prepared to write this down, because the notes you'll get, you're going to collect. I think we have something like 23 or 24 people on this webinar. You're going to have an idea from each one of those, and you're going to collect a couple dozen really great ideas for you to have a better business in network marketing. And from there, you should be able to create a great game plan to move forward into the future. So to start this off, I'd like to introduce my wife, Marina, and she's really the lead host for this event. And Marina, why don't you talk about your vision for the event and maybe give the audience some of your ideas.
Oh, thank you, Eric. And as you said, last year was off the chart amazing. Speakers were really pouring their hearts and souls from stage. All these powerful women were not afraid to be vulnerable. They were real. And I think that set the tone for all attendees. The energy in the room was way different than what you can expect when you have 1,500 women together. You know, we all hear stories how women can be harsh on each other and get very competitive, but it was completely different at our event. Women came together. Everybody put their guards down. Everybody were supportive of each other. The content was great, and the whole vibe was super. It was super friendly and inspirational. And I think that was the key thing that made this event different. Those of you who were at the event last year know what I'm talking about. I had people coming to me and saying it was the best event they ever attended in their life. All these amazing women on today's webinar will offer you some key concept lessons, and Eric said, make sure you write them down. And I would like to offer some ideas as well. There are several skills that make a leader great, but I want to touch on two most important, in my opinion. The combination of these two is very powerful. It's determination and resourcefulness. If you want something badly enough, you will make it happen. When Tony Robbins in our last Recruiting Mastery event asked the audience, what is a powerful word that can put you in a state when you can go through all the obstacles, challenges that you might face, the state when everything is possible for you, the state that can pull you through no matter what, the state where sky is the limit. For me, it was the word unstoppable. When I think to myself that I'm unstoppable, I feel enormous amount of energy. I can really feel that I can conquer the world. My life motto was, for many years now, I refuse to lose. I don't know what resonates with you. It might be something different. Find your word. Find your drive. A lot of people think that all these women that you're going to hear today on the webinar, all these powerful top income earners, are superhumans. We are not. We have our doubts and fears. We have our ups and downs. We just approach them differently. We act like we are unstoppable. We act like failure is not an option. We don't take no for an answer. You know, some people ask me, Marina, do you always get in life what you want? And I would say pretty much yes. You know why? Because of my posture when I'm faced with problems and my resourcefulness. Great leaders are professional problem solvers. Remember the saying, bigger the problem, bigger the paycheck? I don't know all the answers in the world, but I know where to find them. Resourcefulness is a second nature for women. We can create something from nothing. We can make a delicious dinner from empty refrigerator, right, women? We can find a way to get the best to our kids when we don't have much. We can create a cozy and comfortable home from a little shack. We've got this. You just need to apply the same skills to your business. If there is not much training in your group, find the training. Today there are tons of resources, books, courses, videos, events on almost every topic that exists. For into what we do at Network Marketing Pro. If there is no great leader in front of you, you become a leader. If there is no meetings for you to bring your prospects, you create a meeting. If you want to be successful in network marketing, you need to understand that meetings make money. Promoting events is the highest paid skill in our profession. You have to attend events and you have to make sure you bring your team with you. If someone gives you an objection, why they can't do a presentation, why they can't come to a meeting, an event, solve the problem. When your kids tell you, I don't want to eat, I don't want to do my homework, will you let them get away with that? No, of course not. Same thing in business. It's like your kids. You have to teach them to treat it like a serious business. You need to help and guide them, be determined to your success and the success of your team. You have to protect them like your own child. You help your distributors like you help your kids. Help to solve the problem. Be your best self, and it will set the tone, and your team will be successful. So I know that I can talk for a lot and long, but I want to make sure that everybody else has time to talk. So, Eric, back to you.
Awesome. I'm married to the most powerful woman ever. She's the best. Let's go to HAYLEY HOBSON. HAYLEY, where are you calling in from today?
I am actually in the Dominican Republic right now.
Dominican Republic. Well, HAYLEY HOBSON is one of the amazing rising stars. She's in just a few short years over $1 million a year in income and climbing towards $2 million. HAYLEY, why don't you share your tip, your idea for everyone?
Yeah, I think that in this industry, a lot of people come to these events and they watch these people on stage and they think, wow, I could do that, or I want to do that. Or maybe some of them have negative mindset beliefs and they think that they don't do that. But what I believe is that if you do set your mind to it, you can really do anything that you want. And it's really that shift in how you're talking to yourself that allows you to move forward. And it's also the ability to step into the shoes of the type of leader that you want to be. In other words, I think that the reason that a lot of these people on this call are successful is because they were willing to do things that other people aren't willing to do. And that doesn't mean that we have to make horrible sacrifices or compromises in our life and not live great lives. I had an interesting sort of conversation with my husband yesterday as we were laying out by the pool here. And he said, hey, could you just not text on vacation? And I said to him, Wes, aren't we always on vacation? It's kind of like, I am willing to get on my phone and answer call, walk up to the room right now for an hour and be on this type of call because I have the flexibility and the time for you to sort of work anywhere from anywhere. And so if we stop treating this business like a hobby, we actually treat the business like the business, and we step into the shoes of someone who we've seen has been successful and act like them, then our chances of moving forward are going to be a lot more impressive, so to speak. And I think that if everybody just gets out of their comfort zone just a little bit, just a nudge, just an inch, and sets that mindset on, hey, anything is possible. Or as Kirsten, who's another one of our speaker, always says, what else is possible, right? Because anything is possible if you're willing to go there and say that you can do it.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you, Hayley. Thank you for taking the time and sharing the idea. I can't wait to hear your talk. It's always awesome and amazing. All right, Donna Johnson. Donna, are you?
Aloha. I'm in Maui.
You're calling so first from Dominican Republic and second from Maui. I'm seeing a trend. Donna Johnson is literally one of the legends in the network marketing profession. She has a massive organization all over the world. She is a leader that leads from the heart. She's just a spectacular woman. And Donna, why don't you share with everyone some of your ideas on how people can do better?
Thanks, Eric and Marina. And I have to agree, I'm not surprised that the women's event is so popular. Nothing against the men. We love you guys. But there's something special about women. We really have just a fierce family value. And when we see an opportunity, we want to seize that and also share it. So, what I love about this event is women coming together. We have such shared values. We value truth and trust and respect and recognition and community and culture. And so we come together and share about all those things, and we really help raise the bar in the profession. Each of you is building a team, and you're part of your team and your upline, and then you're part of your company team, but then you're also a part of this profession. And that's what I love. It's raising the bar for your vision and for your awareness. So, I shared that women love opportunity and they love sharing it. And something kind of cool, you all went out on the skinny branches when you made a decision in this business, whether you want a little part-time income or if you want more six-figure, seven-figure income. You went out on the skinny branches. In fact, you might have had more support to add another income stream in your life if you took a job at Starbucks. That's how messed up our world's thinking is. And so you went out on the skinny branches and said yes to this profession. And so you're going to be surrounded by people who made that decision as well. And you're going to see there's a light at the end of the tunnel and it's not a train. And so I love sharing about this opportunity because unlike that part-time job at Starbucks, you have an opportunity to create a 6 or 7 or more figure income. And I know Eric shares those statistics, how many billions annual we do, how many millions participate in network marketing. And what's so interesting is that most people work on a bell curve. And with this profession, we work on a power curve, very similar to professional athletes and actors, Screen Actors Guild. So we can step into this business knowing we have such great opportunity. And yet, statistically, I'm here with 270 of my leaders that are all 6- and 7-figure earners. And yet, just about 1% of this profession is 6-figure and about 0.00005% is 7-figure. So that means all of those billions is spread out across our distributor base. So that just tells opportunity for you, that there's something for everyone, and that's what I absolutely love about this profession. And that's one of the things I'm going to be sharing from stage at the event, and I'm so looking forward to coming together with all of you.
Donna, thank you. Thank you, and aloha. Enjoy your time in Hawaii, and look forward to seeing you soon. All right, next, let's go to Loren SLOCUM. Loren, are you there?
I am here, Eric.
How are you, rock star? Loren is my dear, dear friend, entrepreneur. She's done some amazing things through her life, and she's now growing a massive organization in network marketing after resisting it for many, many years. Loren, why don't you share with everybody your thoughts for today?
Well, if it's all right with you, I'd love to share a little bit as well of what I've learned from the event from last year, because I have been to many, many events for the past 26 years of being in personal development. And I just have to say that the most powerful women of network marketing event is a non-negotiable. It's an absolute must. And I want to thank you, Marina, for your passion and your support of network marketing to help all of us really serve the way that, serve the many and give us so much certainty with regards to how powerful network marketing is. And so I would start really with a question for everybody. Do you have a vision? Do you have a vision for yourself and for the people that you want to help? And is it a powerful vision? And do you have a roadmap that's duplicatable for people? I mean, that's how everything starts, right? Is with a vision. But with a vision, you also have to have action. And, for me, the most powerful women in network marketing event is really, it gives us this total direct sales industry belief builder like no other event I've ever been to, because you have a diversity of businesses and leaders that are all there to support each other. And like Marina and everyone else has said, this is like people just there to serve and love and grow, because we as women, that's who we are. We're here to grow community. And, the world's in pain right now, financial pain, physical pain. It's like the world needs a big hug. And it needs us more than ever to step up as leaders and show women what are possible. And I think it really, for me, is about, how hungry are you? How hungry are you to create those shifts and be that leader? And a few things that I've learned over the years, and especially from so many great leaders, is the power of modeling. You want to model success. Success leaves clues. So whether within your own company or whether it is parenting or relationships, you want to model people that are getting great results. The other is the power of total immersion. You think about it when you're at a company event or when you're, doing anything, you're totally in it and you feel the energy around you, and that you have that feeling of, that anybody can do this. If she can do it, so can I. And then them teaching you the lessons of immersion and consistency of massive action. Think what happens with the synergy for your team and what happens with the synergy around you. And celebrating each other's wins. I know for me, I love to celebrate. I think that that's a huge power that we have. And the other thing is, if we talk about tips, I've heard many times, and I'm sure you have to hear, the best recruiting tool, the mirror. You've got to look in the mirror and you've got to be your best distributor. So that means, making sure you're going to events, that you're doing this immersion, that you're modeling the best, that you're staying hungry, that you're really creating a vision for people that it is possible. I think the biggest thing is, like you guys always say, say yes, tell the world, and figure it out. So that's a couple of my tips for everybody, and I look forward to seeing you all there with your teams.
All right, fantastic. Loren, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being on and sharing your ideas. Let's go to Lisa DeMayo. Lisa, are you there?
I am, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
I'm glad you're here. Why don't you share with everybody, give people a little taste of your wisdom of what you've learned and what you think would provide them with value on how they can move forward with their careers.
Gosh, yeah, Loren, right on, right? The world is in so much pain right now, and people are lost, and they feel desperate, and they don't know that there is another answer. And we can't change our circumstance. It exists as it exists, whatever it is, whatever we're going through. And oftentimes as women, there's a lot. We have aging parents, we have children, we have divorce, there's so much that we go through. And we can't change that circumstance, but we certainly have the power to change our reaction to it. And how do we change that reaction? How do we create the life that we want? And we do have the power to affect our future. It lies within our own hands. But we have to learn that, right? Leaders aren't made. They're not born. They're made. And we do that by surrounding ourselves with great people who have done it, who have walked the walk. And that's what these events do. That's what being in an industry like this does. It's being in this subculture surrounded by what's going on in the world and watching it, but not necessarily having to be a part of the struggle and the hurt and the pain that's out there. And we get to invite people into a whole other place, a whole other way of being. And one of my favorite quotes, Helen Keller said, Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experiences of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved. How could we do it on our own? It's impossible, because we need to borrow evidence. We need to borrow credibility. We need to know that someone's done it so that we can then do it too. And that's what events like this do. Eric, that's what you do in bringing all of us together, is we're proving to so many people, of course it can be done. And in spite of your circumstance and in spite of where you were yesterday, you can create the vision you want by learning how to manage your reaction to the circumstances as they come into your life. So I'm honored to be a part of this group and to share the stage with these incredible women who walk the walk and talk the talk and do the do, so that we can show so many of you what you need to do to have the vision that you deserve and the lifestyle that you deserve. So thank you for this opportunity.
Well, we're very, very blessed to be able to do it. And a lot of people are talking about what you've been doing in the profession. And so it's going to be a lot of fun to be able to see what you bring to the stage when we have this event in just a couple months. Let's go to Esther Spina. Esther, you there?
Hi, how y'all doing?
I'm good. Where are y'all calling in from?
Well, where do you think? Texas.
Texas. Well, Esther, why don't you share with everybody your ideas on how people can do better?
Well, thank you, Eric. You know, I followed you for a long time, bought hundreds of your books, and I've never been to one of your conferences. But I'll tell you what, last year, when I saw the conference, The Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing, I signed up. I had to go.
Yeah.
That's it. And I'll tell you, as top women leaders in our company, we need to set the example. We spend so much time during the year training, mentoring, working with our teams, that the best advice that I could give to women leaders is that you need to come to the conference because you need to get refreshed. You don't need to just send your team and tell them to go get motivated. We need to go and get remotivated. And I was so inspired last year listening and sitting in the crowd and listening to all the different women that were not in my company, that I went away from the conference saying, this is the best conference I've ever gone to. No offense, Eric, okay? Thank you. But so if you want to be a leader, you want to invest in yourself as well. So if you feel like you're not a top woman in your company, then you need to get signed up and go, because I don't want you to be fooled by the title, because it can be a little misleading when it says the most powerful women in network marketing. Yes, they're going to be there, but I think every woman in network marketing can be powerful and is powerful, but they need to attend events. They need to attend this conference, and then they will also be the most powerful woman in network marketing. And that's the mindset that you have to have, because powerful is just having the ability to control or influence people, having a strong effect on someone, having great power, prestige, or influence. That's a powerful leader, and I think that's what we're all working towards. But one of the things that I've learned in network marketing, Eric and Marina, I've only been in it 10 years, not a long time. I come from a sales, traditional business background and outside sales. But something that I learned in sales, and it just so fits in network marketing, is successful people do what unsuccessful people will not do. And I find that people ask me all the time, well, what do you do? I mean, I find that people want to do what I do, but they don't want to do what I do. Does that make sense? And what I mean by that, they're not willing to do what it takes to be successful. They're not willing to invest in themselves. And women, if you're listening, you are worth investing in your business and taking a trip to Vegas. And men, you better get your women there. They are worth it. So when you're evaluating your success, or if you aren't where you want to be, you should ask yourself, am I doing things that I only want to do, that are comfortable? Am I doing things that are out of my comfort zone? Like picking up the phone, making calls, attending network meetings. Oh my gosh, getting out of your comfort zone and going to a women's conference. Bringing up what you do when people ask. I promise that every successful person in network marketing at one time or another, I don't care if you're Eric Worre or you're someone at the top now, you had to start at the bottom. You weren't born knowing what network marketing was about. But you had to start at the bottom, learn the ropes, and do things that you didn't want to do. When I first started network marketing 10 years ago, I felt like I was going backwards. I was a professional. That's why I so loved your book, Eric. I said, oh my gosh, where was this when I started in network marketing? Because I so wanted it to be a professional business because that's my background. But I found out I had to work just like everyone else if I was going to get to the top. And I had to do all those things that I did not want to do. So just ask yourself, do I want to do this? And if you don't want to do this, then you're probably on your way to success because you will do the things that you don't want to do. So I'm just going to say that, end with that successful people do, successful women do what unsuccessful women will not do, and unsuccessful women will not come to a women's conference. They will have every excuse in the world. You've got two types, the ones that don't like to do girl things and be around girls. I don't like girls, too much drama. And then you have the other type of women that are like, well, I'm too good. I'm a leader. I don't need to go to that. But successful women will come. So I'm just going to ask you, will you be there? Because I will be there with my bells on, and I'm glad to be on the stage this year. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. And I will tell you, Esther, the interesting thing I hear from the events that we do, because they're generic and we don't talk about companies, we don't talk about products, and there's so many leaders, that one of the things that people appreciate and they like is they never get to sit there and take notes because they're always up on stage, or they're having to host their team, or they're having to deal with all the different stuff, where they can just go and just go for them and learn for them and get a new notebook filled with notes and be able to bring that back, those fresh ideas. Maybe if you've heard everybody that you've heard in your company, maybe you just need to expand your mind a little bit. You know, see some new stories.
That's exactly what happened to me. It was really an eye opener. I came home with more notes than I had in like 10 years.
Right. Well, I can't wait to see you. Thank you for sharing today. And let's try and get Lisa Grossman on. Lisa, are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you? Where are you connecting from, my friend?
Hong Kong, where it's an amazing 4:30 in the morning.
Hong Kong, 4:30 in the morning. That is dedication. I appreciate you so much. You are my dear, dear friend. Lisa Grossman is a great trainer, great friend, been around this profession a long time, and is a good collector of and sharer of ideas on how to do better. So, Lisa, why don't you share with everybody today some ideas on how they can do better?
Well, you know, Eric, I was thinking about it as I've been listening to all these amazing women, as I've been listening to all the amazing women since the event last year, which was really the high point of all the events I've been to in my career, and they have been many. And for me, what I get most excited about is belief. And I think people have the power to choose their belief. Because we always talk about it. We talk about the most important thing is belief, and people think that's believing in your company. We talk about believing in ourselves. But really, I think it's what we choose to believe is true for ourselves. Because there comes a point in time, we always talk about the search for truth. And what you choose to believe is true for you will determine what is successful for you. Because there comes a point where you come down to facts that aren't going to change. And how you see them will determine what happens for you. And who you choose to associate with will determine how you choose to interpret those facts. Here would be the example. We've all heard the analogy of the glass that's half full or half empty, which is true. Both. Which belief serves you better? For by and large, the half-empty people are scarcity-minded. They're scared of letting go of the water. They can't get any more. The half-full people are glad to share the water because they always know there's more to get. When you surround yourself with the best of the best of the best, you tend to become an abundance thinker, which will influence the way that you look at the world. It will influence the way you believe the world to be. It will influence the effect you have on other people, the way that they respond to you, the way that they will choose to follow you, and where you will choose to take them. And when you go to events where you have the opportunity to be influenced by and affect those that are at the very top of their game, especially in a field that we choose to participate in like this one, which is about changing the world, you cannot help but be changed by it and in turn have the ability to go and change others, which is what we're all here to do. You know, make a difference and, you know, change our own lives and the lives of our family and friends and live a great life in the process. So I get very, very excited about that. I think that every day we have the opportunity to challenge our assumptions so that we can discover greater truths about ourselves and the world around us. I think there's not a better opportunity for the people that are listening to this than to do that on April 28th through April 30th this year in Las Vegas at the most powerful women in network marketing event. It is a very special event, particularly if you're a woman or if you're a man who wants to learn how to connect better to women. And in this space where women have so much power, do so much revenue, and it is the decade of the woman, I would suggest it's a great event for you too. And thank you so much for having me on.
Lisa, I appreciate you. Thank you for getting up in the wee hours of the night in order to be able to share ideas with us all the way from Hong Kong. Thank you for doing that. Let me just take a moment, and some of you are probably thinking about, hey, maybe I can come to that event. If you go to networkmarketingpro.com/women, WOMEN, you'll see all the information about the event, the agenda, the speakers, etc. You'll also see that a single ticket is $499. A 5-pack is $1,999. So it comes down to around $400 each. And for the people who are listening to this webinar live and for the next 72 hours or until the event sells out, we only have 800 tickets left. There's room for 3,000. We have 2,200 sold. There's a special coupon code that will give you a discount. This coupon code will work until the event sells out or for the next 72 hours, whichever comes first. So if you want to get a single ticket or multiple single tickets, the $499 price will come down to $299. You need to enter a special coupon code when you check out. You click on the link to get the ticket. You go to the checkout page. You'll see a space to put in a coupon code. What you put in for that coupon code is the word Superstar, one word. Superstar will give you a $200 discount. So a $499 ticket comes down to $299. And also, if you want to get a 5-pack, instead of $19.99, you can enter a coupon code Superstar 5, Superstar the number 5. And that will give you a $1,000 discount on a 5-pack that takes it down to $999, less than $200 per person for this 3-day event. So you can get multiple 5-packs if you'd like. If 160 people out of everyone that's on this webinar gets a 5-pack, we're sold out. And then that's it. You'll have to wait till next year. So I hope you take the opportunity to do that. You'll see the link on this page. Get a discount for a single ticket, multiple single tickets, or maybe get a 5-pack or 2 for your team. You deserve it. You should be there. It's going to be amazing. All right, let's go back to our lineup. Let's go to Denny Robinson. Denny, you there?
I am, Eric.
Hey, where are you connecting from?
I'm calling in from Spokane, Washington today.
Spokane, Washington. Well, why don't you share with everyone your ideas on how people can do better?
I would love to. And first of all, I want you to know how thrilled and honored I am to be here with these incredible, inspiring women, and to you and Marina for putting this incredible event on. As I sat last year at that event, it was an electrifying weekend. And I knew that the next year I was going to be there and I was going to bring as many women as I could with me. Because I can tell everyone here today, without reservation or without hesitation, you do not want to miss the most powerful women in network marketing event. We are a bunch of independent women entrepreneurs who have come together to create a community of support, training, and personal development for each of you. We are business people, mothers, women, wives who've chosen network marketing as their vehicle to financial independence. Our goal at this event will be to cast a vision for all women. Our varied backgrounds and successes in the network marketing industry mean that you will have the benefit of years of successful experience to aid you in the building of your successful network marketing business. To have success in your business, you have to attend the major events, and you have to create a culture where your team attends them. Because as we all know in this business, it's important what you do, but it's more important what you duplicate that will ultimately determine your success in this business. So you will receive inspiration, fellowship, power pellets of wisdom that will help you go back and tackle the world with your business. It is an absolutely great event for all of those who have big dreams, because I always say, big decisions happen at big events. You will have someone that goes across stage that you will resonate with, and you will say, if they can do it, I can do it too. And I believe those are some of the four most powerful words that will ever come out of your mouth, is when you say, I can do that. Sometimes people through the years have said, Denny, you make a lot of money. Why do you still go to all these events? Well, I can tell you that I think that is actually a very flawed thinking system. If I stop learning, being around others who can help me grow, I stop growing. Events stretch me, pour into me ideas and greatness, and help me get better. And that's what events do for me. I also believe that events are vital for your success as you learn from those around you. I always tell people a rising ship raises all tides. And I am so excited to be at the most powerful women in network marketing event. If you don't plug in, you can't grow. And you can't become successful unless you grow and are stretched. And yes, you're going to have to make some sacrifices on your time, perhaps money, a weekend, but that event, that weekend, could literally change your life for the rest of your life. And I can say that because that's happened to me and to many other people that I know. You've got to be around people who have done what you want to do and who have gotten what you want to get. We always tell people that where you'll be in 5 years from now depends on the books you read, the CDs you listen to, and the people you hang around. And when you're in this room with the top women network marketers in all of the world, that's a powerful, powerful event. So I really encourage you, invest in yourself. People who are at the top of their game go and they get it, and they invest in themselves, and you will be rewarded for making that choice. I believe that right now, starting 2016, it's a new year and a time to use the power that is within each of us. It has always been there. And it's sometimes that little voice that we let get pushed aside that says, oh, I don't think I can do that. Well, this is the time and this is the year for you to unleash your power and to reach for the stars and to live out loud, live on purpose, full out, with no regrets over what might have been. Are you ready? Well, let me tell you, get to this event because big decisions happen at big events. I can't wait to see each of you there.
Thanks, Denny. I appreciate it very much. Let's go on to Denise CHENAULT. Denise, you there?
Hello, Eric and Marina. I'm sure here.
How
I'm in the
you?
Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands. Boy, we're getting a kind of a theme here. We got Dominican Republic, Hawaii, Cayman Islands. Well, Texas is its own country, of course, but we have all these different things. Denise, you've been around this profession for a while. You guys have had massive success. Why don't you share with everybody the people who are on this webinar? They want to have success. They want to grow. They want to get stronger. They want to get better. What advice do you have for them to get better?
Well, Eric, Tom and I have been in the industry for over 17 years, and thinking back to when we first started, I would have given my eye teeth to have something like this event, the most powerful women in network marketing, along with your GoPro events available at that point, because I so wanted to really get this industry, and I just didn't see the method to the madness. I'm first and foremost a student. Even after 17 years, at your last GoPro event, I think I took over 75 pages of notes because I never stop learning. it's a continual process. And events like yours and Marina's, I mean, you make it so safe for everybody to be there. And I know when the women go to this event coming up in April, that they'll leave being able to relate to so many of the stories of these amazing and inspiring women. I know that they'll really get that they can do this. And I know beyond a reasonable doubt that you will leave really with belief that you're in the right industry at the right time. And like Eric always says, it means nothing to these events and you don't bring your team. You will be bonded in a different way if you bring your team and your downline, and your business will skyrocket. I know that because I've seen it from experience. And, you know, I guess I wish if every single woman was able to leave just getting a little glimpse of their true potential, then I feel like it was a true success.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much. And we're going to do something now different. And I want to tell the other people that are going to be speaking in a moment, I'm feeling a little bit like everybody's so excited about the event that like we're all like promoting this event super hard. I think everybody knows by now with what everybody else has said why they should be at the event. Not focus on the event now from this point forward. Let's just focus on ideas and content, kind of the theme, maybe what you're going to be sharing at the event. We can talk about that. But just, tips and strategies and ideas from your experience in your life that you think will help people with, okay? I just don't want people to feel like we're just like, the only purpose of this is to promote like crazy. We're all excited, of course. Nobody's making any, you guys aren't making any commission or anything on promoting this event. You're doing it from a good place, but I want to make sure everybody really gets massive value on this call, specifically this call. We're gonna do something we haven't done before. We're gonna have someone who doesn't speak English share some ideas with a translator. One of the really amazing women, one of the big interviews that we did, $1 million interviews was with Conchita Vargas Lugo, and through Alejandro, a translator, she shared some ideas on how to do better, and we did that on Network Marketing Pro, and one of our most watched shows. And so Conchita is going to be actually coming up at this event, but she's on the line, at least I hope, with Alejandro. Are you guys there?
We are here, Eric.
All right, why don't you go ahead and between the two of you, share your ideas.
Okay. Hola, Eric y Marina, muchísimas gracias por invitarme. La verdad estoy muy emocionada de poder asistir al evento. Muchísimas gracias.
Eric and Marina, I'm very excited to be invited to your event, and thank you very much for having me.
Una de las cosas importantes, llevo 13 años en el network marketing y en estos 13 años he visto que mucha gente entra con mucha información o con nada de información. Pero lo importante en esto es que esa información no sirve si tú no haces un alto, pones en orden.
A lot of people when they come into network marketing, Conchita has been in network marketing for 13 years now, and a lot of people come into network marketing knowing a lot of information, and many others knowing very little information. It is important to stop for a minute and try to gather all this information that you have and put it in order before you start.
Cuando paras y pones en orden tus valores y ves tus fortalezas, entonces puedes salir por el mercado donde realmente está, que es en la calle.
Once you are able to stop and gather all these thoughts, information that you have, it is important that you also realize what your strengths are, and that you realize that the market is out there on the street. So you just need to get ready and go and get it.
Es bueno apalancarse de tu empresa. Es bueno apalancarse de las herramientas. Pero si no te apalancas de tu creencia, si no te apalancas de ti mismo, el resultado no va a ser bueno.
It is very important that you take into account all the information from your company. information that you have around and that you are able to cash on that information. But that is not the most important thing. You need to be able to gather your values and go out with your values in hand and make sure those values are the most important thing to you.
Cuando realmente sabes qué es lo que tienes en la mano y crees en ti, entonces puedes ir por todo. Pero primero cree en ti y luego ve por todo. Y yo, mi negocio, el 95% se ha hecho del mercado en frío. Pero sin mis valores, sin mis fortalezas, sin mi creencia en mí, no podría salir a la calle.
Once you have all this information and you believe in yourself and you know your strengths, you have to go out there and conquer the market. The market is waiting for you out there on the street. It's called the cold market, basically, cold calls. But it's very important that you remember your values when you do this. And that is the whole basis of you being in this business.
Yo le recomiendo a todos que recuerden en qué momento fueron héroes en su vida, quién les dio las gracias, porque ahí están sus fortalezas. Si recuerdas en qué momento fuiste tu héroe, puedes salir a la calle por todos.
You have to remember, once you've been told you are a hero, then you have to go out there and make that happen to people, because the people are waiting for your knowledge and they want to know what you've done to get this done.
Vuélvete tu propio héroe y tu mejor original y ve por todo. Es el momento.
Make sure you are the best that you can give yourself and the best to other people so that you can make it happen.
Pues muchas gracias, Eric, y los veo pronto. Y muchas gracias, Marina. En verdad, les mando un gran abrazo y gracias por la oportunidad de servir.
Thank you, Eric and Marina, for inviting me, having this opportunity, and we hope this event is the best ever.
All right. Thank you, Conchita. I appreciate that very much. Let's move on to MILAN Jensen. MILAN, are you there?
I'm here, Eric.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing amazing. I'm sitting on the 17th green of the golf course here in the Sonoma wine country. And I'm so excited to be here. Wish you were here with me.
Yeah, share some ideas with people, because you've been doing some amazing things in our profession.
Well, I was thinking about this, and I realized that years ago, women gathered around the kitchen table, or they met up at each other's home for coffee after the kids went to school. Wisdom was shared generation after generation, and friendships were formed over common struggles that we shared, and it happened that way for centuries. But, times have changed, and our lives are full, and our schedules are busy, and we're doing more than we've ever done before. And yet, in many cases, our cups are empty when it comes to feeling deeply connected to each other. We've become more of who we love being in the world, and in that pursuit, for many women, we've become more isolated too. And what I hear from other women is that they're busy and fulfilled, but still a little bit lonely at times. And I believe that women have a natural gift and desire to give their best of themselves to the people they love. We're born to nurture and guide each other. What seems to get lost is our inner sense that we can successfully guide ourselves. I mean, how many times have you caught yourself giving great advice to a friend on a topic that you struggle with yourself? Or maybe you uplift a friend who's struggling with her self-esteem by giving her words of encouragement and strength, only to know deep down that you could use some of that same strong girlfriend advice for yourself. The focus of my talk will be to give you a clear path for taking care of yourself and your business, so that you can lead the way without falling apart, so that you can do more than you've ever done before, and so that you can be the woman you love being. I think we often feel like the part of us we want everybody to see is a part of us that fits into a certain profile of happiness or success. And as women, we've become more successful, we've also become more competitive. And social media has really put the accomplishments of other women right in front of us every day. And that can be inspiring for some of us, but it can be discouraging for others. So if your sense of self is strong, you can be inspired by women who appear successful. And if your sense of self-esteem is hurting, it becomes easy to measure your worst against another woman's best. And that never helps us move forward. I believe there's a trend that's causing women to see the value of uplifting each other, making it less about competition and more about having a deep, meaningful connection. And I just want you to know that I hear this from women every day. Strong, powerful, successful women who long to have a deeper connection with themselves and the women that are, they're around, they spend their lives with. And I think we all feel that way. And I think what impacted me the most about being in an event like we're talking about was the desire that every woman had for the woman next to her to be absolutely thriving in her business and in her life. And you just can't get that poured into your heart any other way than to be in the presence of other women. So here's my tip for you. It's to make a decision to deepen your relationships with the women around you. Create and commit to a no shame, no blame, and no complain culture for the women that you lead. Mirror that for them every day. This year, why not create a group of 10 women strong? Become a woman that other women can trust. Be relatable. Share your struggles, your flaws, your hopes and your dreams. Most importantly, get together any way you can. Kitchen tables, walks in the park, have a no makeup pajama party Zoom call once a week. Just get creative, but most importantly, get together. Within your vision for yourself and your business this year, become a woman amongst women, and let's create womankind. Let's all become the most powerful women in network marketing. Because if we allow it to happen, if we bring women together the way Eric and Marina are at this event, I promise you, magical things will happen.
Love it. Thank you so much, and enjoy your wine country. Have a great time up there. What a great time to be there. Let's bounce out to, I think, Disneyland. Whitney, husband, are you there?
Hi. Yes. Hey, I have my phone. I was trying to get off of mute. How are y'all?
I'm good. So you're out there with your little guy in Disneyland.
Yes, he's screaming in the background. Yes, we are here at Disneyland, looking at everything, and I've been listening to this awesome call. So since we're not going to talk about the event, kind of caught me off guard there, but I guess I really want to share something that I see so often with many women in my organization is we don't feel like we deserve to take the time away from our family and from our children and to come and do these things for ourselves. I just think it's really, really important that and you believe in yourself that you are worth this, you deserve this, and that it is going to be good for you, for your business. I just really am really big on empowering other women, and if you keep that focus for you and keep that focus for yourself, you are going to become so much more successful. I haven't been in network marketing for very long. I feel really new compared to everyone here. But it's amazing. It's amazing what it can do for you, to take your business seriously, to take it to the next level. So just coming and being a part of that, and it's really going to help you into the next year and help you lead your team into much bigger places.
All right, Whitney, thank you so much. And this girl, just so you know, I mean, she's 27, I think, 27 years old, and earning over $1 million a year, crushing it, single mom, doing amazing work, and also having the time to be able to take her son to Disneyland, to be able to do that kind of stuff when a lot of people in the same situation in their 20s couldn't even dream of that. So congratulations to her. Let's go to Stefania Legato. Stefania, are you there?
Hi, Eric. Yes, I'm here.
Hi. How are you? Where are you connecting from today?
I'm connecting from Dubai, and it's 1:00 in the morning, so I hope I will make some sense.
No problem. Share with everyone some ideas on how they can do better since you're doing so well.
Well, I mean, me too. It's just like Whitney, I'm not so long in the industry, so I'm very honored to be part of this call and of this webinar. But I think the key of my success is to be very honest, very genuine, and very myself. I don't pretend. I go out there and I share with the people what I truly believe is, which is this industry. And most of my team is actually women, because I believe I duplicate women. And by sharing with them that we are actually tailor-made for this industry, that we normally share what we love, that we normally talk, that we normally meet with our other women, and that we do that with our hearts and we truly want to help others to succeed, then automatically your success will come. And what I learned so much from the last event of the Most Powerful Women was to stop feeling guilty. I felt guilty so many times about my boys. I felt guilty so many times that, I was also a single mom. And then through the industry, I met my husband. But I was a single mom. My house was not tidy. My kids were not always, eating properly. And I had this sense of guilt. And after the event, I understood that I was not alone. I understood that I could identify in so many women that, like me, went through this time of struggle, but that then later on, today I live in a beautiful home. My kids go to private schools, and that time of struggle was all worth it. And that we need to stop to criticize ourselves. So for me, my main advice, obviously I will have so much to say, but my main advice is stop criticizing. When you make a video, and when you make a video to your team or to your social medias, I never like myself. I never like the way I look. I never like the way I talk, but it doesn't matter. The others will see you in another way. Actually, if you don't look perfect, actually, if you're not always all made up, people will identify with you and they will see that they can always do it. So for me, I am so grateful to come back to Vegas. It's a long way from Dubai, but it's so worth it to be there and to learn from each other, to empower each other. Can't wait to see all of you. Eric and Marina, you are just an amazing couple. You know how you changed my life with the GoPro Recruiting Mastery 3 years ago, and the Most Powerful Women event. It's just life-changing.
All right. Big love to you in Dubai. Thanks for staying up late to connect with everyone. Let's go to another country. I don't know where it is, but Jane Leach. Jane, are you there?
I'm here, Eric.
Where are you connecting from?
I'm calling all the way from cold UK.
Cold UK. Jane is a new and dear friend. She's doing incredible work in the profession, building all over the world. A spectacular leader, amazing woman. And Jane, why don't you share some ideas on what women can do? Your talk when you spoke at the UK event was so amazing, talking about that circumstance when you got shut down by your ex and how you decided to react to it was emotional and awesome. But share with everybody some ideas on, woman to woman, what you can share as far as what they can do to have their own breakthrough.
Okay, well, thanks for the privilege of being able to just share a few moments with so many amazing women on the call tonight. I've been sitting here taking so many notes. But, one of the things that I've noticed over the years working in network marketing is that people join the industry and they come to the table full of hope. They have a dream, they have a vision, they're normally pretty positive, they're hardworking, and they're focused. And they're kind of chomping at the bit to get going and to start putting a plan into action and taking action. And then things happen. They get rejected. They get people laugh at them, tell them they're crazy. They get people passing their opinions, which aren't always positive. And suddenly you see people who, when they first got involved in the industry, so excited and so full of hope and passion about where they can go, you see them wither on the vine. You see them lose all that excitement and suddenly become fearful of rejection, fearful of other people's opinions. And suddenly you can see the sparkle go from their eye, and everything that was possible now becomes a chore and becomes hard work. And one of the things I learned early on in the early days was that when I let go of the outcome of prospecting and actually just focused on the activity and developed a marketing strategy and understood the power of numbers. In other words, it doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what their opinions are. It doesn't matter if their preconceptions are different to the reality. What matters is that you take the relevant actions on a daily basis and you build up a pipeline of people who are potentially going to come and join you in your team. And we've developed a strategy over the years where we coach people through that part of their business development where they have those fears, they have those concerns, they are anxious, they are worried about the rejection. And one of the things I love doing is showing people how to turn a no into a yes, how to never fear about rejection ever again, and how to have fun with prospecting, just by simply letting go of the outcome and focusing on the activity. You know, this industry is life-changing, but we do need to treat it as a profession. We do need to treat it as a business. We do need to take it seriously. And we do need to take the time to learn the skills that we need to learn to be successful. And sometimes I think people think just because they've registered in this industry with their companies that success is guaranteed. You know, no success is guaranteed. You've got to put your time in. You've got to serve your apprenticeship. And you've got to go through some of the struggle to get to the pot of gold on the other side. But what I will say is a magical industry that is quite life-changing. And it has a huge impact on not only yourself, but the people that you're going to interact with as you build your business. So, you know, I'd like to thank you, Marina, for taking our industry to another level, for, if you like, opening up the fact that it is a profession and not just the last chance saloon. And I love with passion what I do. I love showing people how they can build a highly successful business. And I'm going to love sharing some of those thoughts at the event in Vegas. And, you know, I just want to leave everybody with a thought, and that thought is, you know, never underestimate the power of your own personal journey to inspire other people. The things that you go through will allow you to become empathetic. And when you're empathetic, you can relate to others. And when you can relate to others, you can make a difference. And we just have to all stand up and lead by example and be the role models that other women need to see and give them the belief that they can do what we've done. So I'm looking forward to Vegas, and thank you so much for asking me to be a part of it.
Jane, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for calling from cold UK. I hope it warms up. Hope you get a sunny day soon. You deserve it.
I'm sure we will. Every day is a sunny day, Eric.
Exactly. Let's bounce to Brenda Schuler. Brenda, are you there?
I am.
Hi, Brenda. Where are you calling in from?
Well, I'm not in anywhere warm. I'm in the little town of Foley, Minnesota. Looking out the window, woods full of snow.
It's cold.
It is.
It's
cold. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, well, why don't you share with everybody some tips on what you think they can do in order to be able to do better?
Well, I'm just really excited to be a part of this event and be there to serve. I think one of the biggest things that everybody's been hitting on is you want to become the leader you wish to follow. And one of the things I've learned over the years is you really need to get out of your comfort zone. And I think one of the tips and skills would be to challenge people to ask questions, because I think all great leaders ask great questions. And I'm excited to learn from all of the leaders that are going to be there, but I'm also excited to learn from everybody that will be at the event. I've learned over the years that I learn from people at the grocery store. I learn from people at the gas station. I've learned to ask so many different questions, because you can ask the right question to the right person and your whole entire life can change. So I'm constantly wondering, how can I add value to you? So I guess if I'm going to challenge everybody on the call, find me in the audience, ask me a question, ask the person you're sitting next to questions, and you're probably sitting there going, well, what should I ask them? You know, I think one of the things I love to ask is, what's the greatest lesson you've learned? How has your failure shaped your life? And just start writing a lot of these different things down, because you're going to find there's themes, you're going to find there's patterns. And I think when you're asking questions all the time, it really gives you a sense of peace that you're in the right direction. It strengthens your posture. It strengthens your confidence that I can do this. If they've done it, I can do that. And that's one of the biggest things that has helped me, because in the beginning, I had no idea what I was doing. And when we hit a point where we were $100,000 in debt and I was looking at network marketing, like Marina said, I had determination. I was resourceful. I was going to figure out what I needed to do, who I needed to talk to figure out how to do this professionally. And that was with asking the right questions to be able to find out what exactly I needed to do. So I guess that's my biggest tip for everybody attending the event, is to start learning to ask great questions. And I hope I can help people do that.
Yeah, I think the questions are the key to the future. The questions are just so valuable to not only your life, but to building your business, working with prospects, everything else. It's just spectacular. So thank you for that, Brenda, and I hope you get warm.
Yeah.
We have 8 more amazing $1 million earning, most of them, or rising star women to go on the rest of this webcast. But I wanted to just take a moment, and those of you who are listening in and considering joining us for the few remaining tickets we have at the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing event, April 28th through the 30th. If you go to networkmarketingpro.com/women, WOMEN, you'll see all the information about the event, the agenda, the speakers, etc. You'll also see that a single ticket is $499. A 5-pack is $1,999. So it comes down to around $400 each. And for the people who are listening to this webinar live and for the next 72 hours or until the event sells out, we only have 800 tickets left. There's room for 3,000. We have 2,200 sold. There's a special coupon code that will give you a discount. This coupon code will work until the event sells out or for the next 72 hours, whichever comes first. So if you want to get a single ticket or multiple single tickets, the $499 price will come down to $299. You need to enter a special coupon code when you check out. You click on the link to get the ticket. You go to the checkout page. You'll see a space to put in a coupon code. What you put in for that coupon code is the word Superstar, one word. Superstar will give you a $200 discount. So a $499 ticket comes down to $299. And also, if you want to get a 5-pack, instead of $19.99, you can enter a coupon code Superstar 5, Superstar the number 5. And that will give you a $1,000 discount on a 5-pack that takes it down to $999, less than $200 per person for this 3-day event. So you can get multiple 5-packs if you'd like. If 160 people out of everyone that's on this webinar gets a 5-pack, we're sold out. And then that's it. You'll have to wait till next year. So I hope you take the opportunity to do that. You'll see the link on this page. Get a discount for a single ticket, multiple single tickets, or maybe get a 5-pack or 2 for your team. You deserve it. You should be there. It's going to be amazing. All right. Let's go move on to Babette Tino. Babette, are you there?
I am. Hi, Eric. How are you?
I'm great. Where are you calling in from?
I am calling in from Simi Valley, California, en route to Boston.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, why don't you share, you shared with people last year at our event. Why don't you share a little bit about what you're going to be talking about at this upcoming event?
I would love to. And first, I want to thank you and Marina for the opportunity to participate and contribute. I am truly blessed and honored, so thank you very much. I want to share a few things. There's something extremely powerful about being surrounded by over 1,000 amazing women with a common mission to contribute, learn, grow, while loving, supporting, and encouraging each other. It's really just amazing. The love and energy in the room last year was palpable and off the charts. So some of the things that I want to share that are extremely important when building a business, first and foremost, every single woman listening to this call, you matter. And secondly, you can do it. So a few things. Don't let your history control your destiny. We all have a story, but we can choose to change it starting right this minute. And don't let your excuses keep you from your greatness. When your dream is big enough, facts don't matter. A couple other things that are really important to remember: always remain humble and helpful. Don't wait. Do it now. Take action. Be honest and sincere. Don't take things personally. Don't give up. Work hard. Be relentless. Be resourceful. I love that, Marina. And learn to ask better questions while taking action, being consistent, doing more, being more, and giving more. I am looking forward to seeing each and every one of you, amazing and powerful women, at this event in April. Thanks again, Eric and Marina, and back to you.
All right, thank you so much. Let's bounce over to Kirsten Kirschbaum. Kirsten, you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing really great. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for being on. And why don't you share with everybody some ideas on how they can do better?
Absolutely. Well, first I want to say I'm calling from Las Vegas, so I'm in your backyard.
Nice.
And yeah,
cool.
It's a nice day here. And I should be on the beach with Haley, but I'm about to give birth to my 5th child. And along those same lines, I wanted to share with you probably one of the most common questions that I get asked, which is, how do you do it with all these little children? And I know that as women, you know, whether we have children or whether we don't, we have people on our team that have children, and there's so many of us who have that mom guilt, right? And so I want to be really clear about how I do it. And I would say if there are 2 words that I could give you to really help you kind of become that powerful woman in network marketing, it would be text blitz. Okay, and that is what I have done over the last couple of years to really generate massive momentum in my team while still functioning as a full-time mom and, you know, kind of running everything else that I do. I think that as moms, we look at our day and we think overwhelming thoughts automatically, like, oh my goodness, how am I going to get all these kids to all these places, and then, you know, everything we have to do, right? And so I think that the time management thing is really important, and it's amazing to me what me and my team have been able to accomplish in just 30 minutes. So what I've done, and I'm really into skills. I love the inspiration. I love the belief. I know it definitely starts there, but if I can give you some words of wisdom, it's going to be some action items and some skills to kind of move forward. And so if you were to do a text list on your team, what that would look like, you know, and what that looks like is you create a day, you know, you tell everybody on your team, hey, you know, for 30 minutes, okay, I just need you to give me 30 minutes. You are going to send out as many text messages and even like Facebook messages or emails or whatever it may be, as you can to generate interest in your business, whether you're letting people know, hey, I'm doing this as a business, or maybe they already know, you're offering to send them samples, or maybe you're asking them to host an event for you, just depending on what the nature of your business is, but you're trying to get the word out and ask people for their support. And what I have seen is, I mean, we're talking massive momentum. And, you know, we had about 100 people on our team who participated with us the first time, and we had over 3,600 text messages sent out in 30 minutes. We had 500 events booked in 30 minutes, and it was just phenomenal. And so I think that when your team sees you, you know, making the most out of those little blocks of time and really getting out there and creating massive success, it's inspiring. And of course, we've seen this now duplicated within our team all over the world. And I would say one of my other most favorite parts about it is that I've seen women overcome their fears and push through blocks. I tell them, hey, it's 30 minutes, okay? Feel the fear, do it anyway, take 30 minutes, and let's establish, you know, a game plan for you for the next, you know, 30, 60, 90 days. And you can really do that in these short blocks of time. So that's my tidbit.
Love it. Love the practical sense of it. Thank you for that. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say. And congratulations on the growing family.
Thank you. See you soon.
Speaking of a growing family, Jessica Higdon just had a baby, and I believe she's on the webinar with us. Jessica, you there?
I am here, and she's actually being quiet. How about that?
Awesome. Good for you. Well, you've been doing some amazing things in our profession for some time now. Why don't you share with everybody some ideas on how they can improve their business?
Awesome. Thanks so much, Eric and Marina, for having me on. So excited to be here. And Kirsten, those tips are just phenomenal. I was listening with both ears wide open because I just, as Eric mentioned, I have a 3-month-old now, so my first, and I'm learning that they can definitely disrupt your business in a good way. So time management is definitely something I'll be sharing at the event, and the new things I've learned, being a new mom. But like Kirsten said, I really like to give, some different skill sets, and I thought, okay, what's one thing that people can really take away from this call and do right away to show some increase in their business and have some results right away? And as some of you know, maybe some of you don't know, I built a majority of my business through social media. So I want to give you a quick social media tip. And here's where I see people making the biggest mistakes is they feel that they have to constantly get new people. People are so focused now on constantly having to get new leads, and they need hundreds of leads, per week, and hundreds of people to talk to, and constantly focusing on the next person, instead of realizing that you have real estate, you have a gold mine with you right now. And that's the people that are already connected to your Facebook or to your different social media channels. So ask yourself, of these people that I'm connected with, how many of them have I actually talked to? How many of them have I actually reached out to and connected with on a personal basis? And probably the answer is shockingly low. So I just want to give you a quick line that you can use to, number one, increase the amount of people you recruit. So these people may be recruitable, right? That's one outcome of this. But secondly, when you do reach out to someone and you make a connection, it makes it so much more powerful when you actually are posting different status updates and things on social media, because now they know who you are. So when you talk about your product or you talk about your service or whatever you do or your event coming up, they know who you are, you reached out to them, and they are 10 times more likely to interact with that and pay attention to it. So here's what you can say real quick. Just go to the people you have right now, even if you only have 100 people. Okay, if you do this, it will work. Hey, I have to apologize to you, right? I have to apologize to you. You've been on my Facebook for X number of months, years, whatever, and I see your status updates all the time, and I've never taken the time to connect with you. I'd love to know more about you. Exactly what do you do? Or something, and with some type of question, like I believe, I forget who was talking about it earlier, but she mentioned questions, and I just love that. So just connect with them, apologize to them for not connecting with them earlier, and you'll see some great results. So that's my tip for you guys. I can't wait to see you at the event. I'm going to bring the little baby. Yes, I'm bringing the baby to Vegas. So I can't wait for you all to meet her.
Awesome. Jessica, thank you so much. Miss you. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Miss you guys, too.
And let's go to Sharon Sharif. Sharon, are you there?
I'm here, Eric.
Hi, Sharon.
So much.
Yeah, it's great to see you, and it was great to see you at the last event. Fun to hear you speak. Why don't you share with everybody, you've been around this profession a long time, why don't you share with everybody some ideas on how they could improve?
I have been around this profession for a long time because I love it, because it is a profession. And how fun to be on this call with all these powerful women, hearing them calling in from all over the world. I mean, how many things can women do that they get the benefits of traveling the world and meeting great people and getting inspiration and inspiring? One of the wonderful things I loved when I started in this industry, I had 3 small boys, and I was a single parent with no child support, no family, no one to help. And it was something that gave me freedom. It gave me the ability to stay with my children. And I would take my children on every trip that this industry provided for me for free. At least every 3 months, my kids were somewhere in the world with me. I take my nanny along. I take my mother along. We had this great time together. And the funny thing, Eric, about that is I always thought because I took such great care of my 3 boys and they didn't have to do anything and I supported them for so many years that they didn't have to work when they were young and even in their 20s, that I was going to, I really had to earn a large income so that I could support them for the rest of their lives, because I didn't feel like I gave them the just the knowledge and the work ethic because I didn't make them work. But, it was just the opposite. Seeing my success, seeing my work ethic, seeing me in this industry made my children even more successful than I am. So that's a really exciting environment for parents to know when they're involved in this industry what kind of an example they're setting for their children for years and years to come. And I'll tell you something, I really, really enjoyed your benefit last year for the Powerful Women in Network Marketing. I am very, very selective on anything that I go to, any kind of event that I go to, because I've been doing this for a long time. And there are a lot of events that you don't get a lot out of, or that maybe you just don't believe in the things that are being said from the stage. But I was so impressed at what you put on, you and Marina, what you put on the stage, the meat that you provided for the people in the audience. It wasn't just a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration, a lot of philosophies about the business, and a lot of empty words. I love the way you come after every speaker and you encapsulate what they said, and you give even more gold nuggets about that particular subject that they were speaking on. So when people walked away and I would be talking to the women in the audience, they were so excited about the gold nuggets that they received from your event, about the knowledge, about the tips, about the how-to. When they walked out of your event, they knew what to do. They knew the steps. They knew the core of how to prospect, of how to make a system work, how to duplicate, how to take care of their finances, how to be a mom and work this business effectively, how to make the money work for them, how to make their finances work for them. All the knowledge that they gained from your event was amazing. So I can say that one of the very few events that I encourage my team to go to is your event, Eric, because you and Marina get to the core of the necessity that we need to have, the knowledge that we need to have from the very first brand new person to the $1 million earners. I mean, a lot of the things that we hear from the stage, we know because we've been hearing for years. But to hear it again, to hear it presented in a different way, for some reason makes that light bulb go on. So while you're sitting there in the audience in your event, I'm so excited to get back home and share what I've learned. I take so many notes. I just regenerated myself through the excitement and the things I'm hearing and the way it's presented and your excitement, your enthusiasm, Marina's excitement. It's just an amazing event. And some of the things that I'm going to share this year is how to prospect. The most important lifeblood in your business is prospecting and continuing to prospect, not just getting into management mode. There's always a thing for prospecting. And to have a system that's going to allow people to duplicate, because systems take away fear. Knowledge eliminates fear. Confidence eliminates fear. So let's learn how to do that, because a lot of times when our businesses, and we sponsor somebody who's excited, who's ready to go, and they don't go, it's because we haven't taken them through the steps that they have the confidence to go. So I hope to be able to add some of that knowledge in your event, and I thank you and Marina so much for having me again. I'm so looking forward to it. And seeing you guys and hearing everything again and getting excited about this industry over and over again. Thank you very much, Eric.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you for agreeing to participate. It's going to be awesome. Looking forward to it, as always. Let's bounce to Amani then. Amani, are you there?
I am, Eric. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And where are you calling in from? You're somewhere exotic, right?
I'm calling in from Hong Kong. It's 5:30 in the morning.
Hong Kong, my gosh. That takes a commitment. So why don't you share with everybody what you're going to be bringing to this event, and and kind of some of the content and ideas and strategies that women can implement into their lives and their businesses.
Absolutely. First of all, I have to say I'm very honored and very grateful to you, Eric and Marina, for putting this all together, and absolutely for everything you guys do for the profession. Also, one thing, I think when we advertise, we should say men should attend, not can. This is just a thing. I really think men should come to this event too. But, the event is just going to be, I attended 3 events last year, and this was just one of the most life-changing events I really went to last year. Out of the whole 3 events that I went to, and I saw you there, Eric, and Marina, it's just beautiful. Magical is the word I'll say. So all I'm going to say is, I'm just going to share a few things there, and I can't wait to be on the stage with the rest of the most powerful women and see more women there. My life really completely changed when I stopped looking for anyone to blame and just took charge for myself. I started to focus on my own small wins instead of trying to be like everyone else. My biggest competition really is the person I was yesterday, and I'm always determined to be better every day. I'm going to share just a few tips. And the first thing I really am going to share, I'm excited to share this because after I met this woman, my life totally changed. The first thing is to get a mentor. My mentor and my amazing friend who's also here in Hong Kong, Lisa Grossman. I really can't imagine, my life without her. It is really the most powerful thing you can do for your business. It's the most powerful thing you can do for yourself is get a mentor, someone who is where you want to be, someone who has experience, someone who has, who can see things that you can't see for your business, for your life, and can advise you and truly listen. So second thing is to really master the art of asking for what you want. I see this a lot, especially as women. We truly do not go ahead and ask for what we want and know that we absolutely deserve it. I don't believe God makes mistakes, and I believe God made you, made everyone listening to this call, everyone watching. And so if you want something, I believe it wants you back. If you desire something, I believe it desires you back. So go ask for it, go ahead and go for it. Third thing I believe in is, working on strengths instead of constantly working on weaknesses. If you only work on your weaknesses, you'll end up having strong weaknesses. My biggest aha moment last year was when I truly started doing what I'm good at and doing more of it. So I truly believe, that when you change a woman's life, you can change an entire community. It's the absolute ultimate ripple effect. So I can't wait to meet the rest of the powerful women at this event, and see you all at the top. And thank you, Eric and Marina.
Well, thank you for agreeing to be on this webinar at 5:30 in the morning.
I'm excited. I'm honored.
And I can't wait to see you and your husband at the event, and looking forward to it. So thanks again. Let's bounce to my dear friend, my cousin, and top leader in this profession. Her name is Sarah Zalecki. Sarah, are you there?
I am, Eric. Hi, Eric and Marina.
How are you? Well,
I'm very good. I'm actually calling in from a very exotic place called Minneapolis, Minnesota today.
Very exotic.
Very exotic. It's 75 and sunny in this house. Outside it's a balmy, 10 below, but it's great.
Yeah, share with some people. You've gone through this incredible journey and learned so much and grown so much. As you're growing a family and growing a business, what ideas and strategies would you share with the people who are listening in?
Well, one of the things that I have been really working on, just not over the last number of years, but really over the last couple of years, is learning how to be a great encourager. And I know you've talked about that in some of your shows and talked about a lot of your trainings that you've done. And my thing today is just really be an encourager to a lot of the women that are listening. And my tip would be is to understand that the things that you are going through in your life, a lot of them that are delays, they don't necessarily mean that they're denials, right? Delays are not denials. And, I think about my life, and I've got two beautiful kids. I have a 3-year-old son. I have a 1-year-old daughter. But it wasn't always great. I didn't always have 2 kids in my life. And my husband and I, we've been married 10 years, and it took us 8 years to have kids. And we struggled with having children. We struggled with infertility. We had 2 miscarriages before my son. Then my son popped into our life, the miracle that he was, and then had 2 more miscarriages. And then my daughter came, and I think about, gosh, like the timing of how badly we wanted to have these kids. If we wouldn't have went through those miscarriages, like, we would have totally different kids today. And I think about just so many different things that happen in our life and understanding that these delays in our business are temporary, right? They're just temporary. And you're exactly where you're supposed to be in your business right now. And I struggled with that for a long time. I wanted it so badly. I wanted to rank advance. A lot of times I had a hard time celebrating other people's success because I so wanted, I felt that I needed to prove something, right? I had that unfinished business, and once I was really able to understand that I was exactly where I was supposed to be, and if I wasn't at that specific rank, to really be able to sit back and take perspective and look at, well, Sarah, what do you need to work on in yourself to grow to be able to be at that rank? And a lot of times it was a specific skill set that I needed to tweak, or mindset I needed to tweak, or, whatever it may be, just growing, and really kind of coming into my own. So, understand that where you are today, celebrate that, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And as long as you're, doing the daily disciplines of your business and working on yourself, that you're creating this great story that you're going to be able to share on stage and share in the living rooms and share one-on-ones that you have with people that are going to inspire people that they can do this business too. So, Eric and Maria, thank you so much for having me share today.
It's my great pleasure, and I'm super proud of what you're doing and super excited about your future with everything, your whole family, your business. Seeing what you guys are becoming is a real amazing thing to watch. So congratulations. Let's go to Tracy Wankman. Tracy, are you there?
I'm here.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm in sunny Naples, Florida.
Naples, Florida. You and one other speaker. You are.
Yep.
We're saving the strength for the end of this webinar. Why don't you share with everybody? You've had amazing, phenomenal success in our profession. Just share with everybody kind of how did you do it? What are the things that made a difference for you?
I'm glad you asked it that way, Eric. Actually, I'm going to give my tip is exactly how I did that, and it's a little different than everyone else's. I want to share that I actually built a large residual income on building with customers, which can be quite different than, a lot of people do in network marketing who focus more on recruiting distributors. I really took a different route and a different path. As women, we're natural born promoters. I know I am. If we love something, we want to tell everyone about it. And that's actually what I did right from the start. If it's your product, your service, whatever your business is, I would just tell everybody because I loved it. And because of that, the business grew. And I felt that, if you have a really, really healthy size, happy customer base, I could build a strong, sustainable business. And in that statement, you heard me say, happy customer base, which is a big difference because it's not so hard maybe to get the customer, but it's keeping the customer that can be the work. And I really focus on that, getting great customer service, helping them with whatever they need. They email me, they call me, I take care of them. But how great that is, because if you do that from the beginning, and now I have thousands and thousands of customers. So I've only been in the business 4 years, and I have a huge customer base, but you go to bed at night and you wake up and there's orders coming in from very happy customers. And it is how I really jumped into the business quickly. I didn't wait to see. I jumped in on day one. It's because I love the products and I started promoting them right away. I also feel customers can create a great source of right now money, immediate residual income which can be so extremely helpful for our new distributors who are just starting out, and specifically women. We don't know how to maybe start in the beginning. We're nervous, and how are we going to do this? If you start talking about products and promoting something you love, it comes quite naturally, and you're more authentic, and you can really build the business quickly. And for them, if they start building with products and customers right away, they can get instant gratification because they're going to start earning checks. And those checks give them confidence that they may not have had. So I know for myself, I didn't know a lot about the business side of it. I was still learning about my company. I was quite new, but I was selling products, talking to people, working with customers, and then I was training. Whenever I had a chance, I'm listening to videos. I'm learning everything I can about the business, but my confidence was growing from building a strong customer base. So as my confidence grew, so did my network of distributors that I brought into the business. So sometimes, I feel we get so focused on bringing in, recruiting and bringing in distributors that we forget that we can also offer products. And if somebody's not interested in being a business partner, say, that's great. I'd love to have you as a customer. Happy customers can be ending up being the best business partner you've ever had. I'm an example of that. I was a customer first and fell in love with the products and said, hey, this is a great business opportunity for me. So it's interesting in my business and the company I'm in now, they come up to me, folks that have been in network marketing in our company for years and years, and said, oh my gosh, they'll see me at an event speaking and they'll say, if I would have done what you did from the beginning, they were so focused on recruiting, they didn't think about customers and how they could have really had a strong customer base along with distributors where their business could be today. So I'm going to talk about that, Eric, when I'm there in Vegas. I can't wait to give some ideas on how folks can do that right from the beginning of their business.
I love that so much because there is a continuum in our profession. There's, on one end, people have one customer, it's themselves, and they just have internal consumption, and they're growing a network. It's a lot of people just consuming and enjoying the product and doing it a little bit. And then you have people who have a little bit of sales, and then you have people who have a lot of sales. On the way of the other side, people aren't building a network at all. They're just doing home parties or whatever, and they're having only sales. So finding that balance in the middle, the more customers you have on average in your team, the thicker your business will be, and the more consistent and predictable it's going to be. So I think that's great, and I can't wait to hear your message. And thank you for sharing today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Kathleen Dagelman. Kathleen, are you there?
I am, Eric.
Is there anything left to say? We've had all these other women talking about ideas. Is there anything left that you can share that hasn't been shared yet?
Well, there's always more to say, but thank you so much, Eric.
Sure.
I really appreciate being asked to be on the call and asked to speak at the event. Like everyone on the call, we're all honored, and I think being the last speaker, I could speak on behalf of everyone before me that we are all so grateful for everything that you and Marina do for our network marketing community. And it's been, there's a saying in our business, the most important person you sign up every day is you. And by the end of this call, I'm ready to sign up again. So it was really fun to hear what everybody had to share. And I just want to echo what Sharon said. Your events are the only non-company events I promote to my team. So you are both absolutely doing so much right. And thank you so much. The last tip of this call, I have the privilege to share. I talk a lot about the financial security and the income earning aspect of network marketing, and I'm sure that I'll expand on that topic in April too. It's something that I've become very passionate about, teaching financial literacy to network marketers. And the reason for that is I think we have a responsibility to help people make the money, but also to take care of that money and to be smart with it. And for most of us, the income is a big part of why we get started. But after almost 10 years in the profession, what I've learned is the longer you build this, the more you realize it is so much more than the money. And I was absolutely inspired by the It's Worth It images, Eric, that you shared at last year's event. And I just want to, I'm sure there's a lot of people on the call at Worre on the event. I just want to share a little bit about that. It's worth it, the financial security you'll have and the people you'll meet. It's worth it, the time spent with your family and the freedom you'll create. It's worth it, the confidence you'll gain and the lives you'll change. It's worth it, the fun you're going to have and the person you'll become, which is the best part of all of this. And it's the beginning of a new year. And January is the time of year that we start anew, that we turn the page, and it feels fresh, and we're excited to create new goals. And I always love January because I love the excitement that comes with starting again. And it's a great time to press reset wherever you are in your business. And one of the things that I do is I always take some time in January, a couple of hours, just one afternoon with a cup of tea by myself quietly, and I just reflect on the year that just ended, and I look at my goals from the previous year, and I really think about how I did. But mostly I take some time to enjoy and really celebrate the wins and the successes. And I just want to encourage you, when you're starting anew this month, January 2016, take a moment to celebrate what went well last year. You know, what were your wins, your successes? Even the small ones count. I think we don't celebrate enough, especially as women. We're busy, and sometimes I think we forget to play and to enjoy the moments. So do more of that this year, and be proud of what you've done so far. And for 2016, when you're setting your goals, and you know, there will be ups and downs. Sometimes the going will get tough. Remember all the reasons why you said yes. You know, what are all the it's worth it reasons for you? That's your why. And when you're writing your goals, have your it's worth it reasons and your why front and center, and build your goals for this year based on what's most important for you. And I can tell you, after my 10 years in the profession, it is so very worth it. You're going to change people's lives in ways you can't even imagine today, and you're going to change your own too. And I just want to share with you this quick little story. Last year, my team went on a trip to Cancun, and a group of us were at the pool, and two of my girlfriends and teammates, who really hadn't known each other very well before the trip, decided that they were going to go to the beach. And as I watched them walk away, they all of a sudden reached out, held hands, and started running to the beach. And when I think about what's great about our business, that image always comes to my mind. You are creating the change in the world we need to see more of, and it absolutely is worth it. There's going to be ups and downs, but if you'll come back to center on a regular basis and remember often why it's worth it to you, this can be your best year ever. So thank you so much, Eric, and I will see you in April.
Kathleen, that is awesome advice, and I think you're right. It is worth it. I know you're right. So just look at what happened on this webinar. Women from around the world, on their own choice, from the Dominican Republic, Hong Kong, Hawaii, Cayman Islands, Mexico, at Disney with their kids, in Dubai, United Kingdom. It's just spectacular. Taking charge, living a big life, stepping into their greatness, and continuing to learn and grow and share ideas. And you know, these women that are on this webinar and more are going to be all on stage for 3 days, sharing the best of their heart and soul and mind with people willing to learn and willing to listen. Any one of them would be worth coming to Las Vegas and sitting in on this event and getting to meet them, getting your picture taken with them, building your dreams, expanding your mind, having fun. You know, the white party that we had at the last event was just a gas. You'll be able to just hang out with all these amazing, spectacular, elegant women, led, of course, by my wife, the most spectacular, amazing, elegant, powerful woman in my life. My gosh, it was a special thing to see. And I'll tell you one more time, we've mentioned this a few times during this webinar. You deserve being there. Find a way. Move heaven and earth. Figure it out. There's only 800 tickets left, probably less by the time that this webinar is done. But over the course of the next 72 hours, I'm fairly certain, maybe over the course of the next 3 hours, it's going to be sold out. 160 people out of the 100,000 or so that are on this webinar, 160 of them get a 5-pack and it's over. And then you have to wait till next year. And, hopefully get the notes from somebody else and have somebody else come back and redo the seminar in your hometown if they're willing. But all you have to do, and for the next 72 hours or until we sell out, we've got a special price. If you go to networkmarketingpro.com/women, you'll see the link on this page. And you click on either a single ticket or a 5-pack. For the people on this, you'll see when you click on it, you go to the checkout page, and on that page, there's a space to put a coupon code. The coupon code is Superstar for a single ticket. That'll lower the price from $4.99 to $2.99. And a 5-pack is Superstar 5. Superstar, the number 5. It'll lower the price from $19.99 to just $999 for 5 tickets, less than $200 per person. Get a group of people. Now, men can certainly attend. Last year we had, 5-10% of the room were husbands and boyfriends and people who are just curious to learn. I will tell you, this would be an event that I would never miss as a man, because think about just getting a little glimpse into the mind of women and understanding the importance that they're going to have in your organization as you build a huge organization. In my opinion, it's really, really valuable information. And women or men, some of the best trainers I've ever heard. So I hope you can attend. I hope you'll be there. And before I wrap up, I want to throw to my wife, Marina, and have you give us a few final thoughts.
As Eric said, I'm sure a lot of people got great nuggets and ideas over the past, hour and a half. I know I did. And imagine how much more great information you will learn over the course of 3 days of this amazing event. I just want to touch on, there are several myths in network marketing, and one of them that women don't make a lot of money. And they're mostly playing like supporting roles, only men at the top, leading big organizations and getting big checks. It's not true. The whole goal for this event is to show that there are a lot of powerful women leading huge organizations and making millions. And we want to inspire other women to do the same. All our speakers have different backgrounds, different stories. Some of them are single moms. Some of them are married with a lot of kids. So everybody can relate to one or the other. As Eric said, combined annual income of this year event speakers will be over $25 million. I think you can learn something from these women, right? We always work hard to bring you the best of the best. The combined wisdom and experience of these speakers is over the top. You will not find any other event in our profession where you'll be able to see and learn from all these women together and see them all on the same stage. If you want to be successful, if you want to take charge of your life, if you want to take your business to a new level, you have to be with us in Las Vegas in April 28th, 30th. You just owe it to yourself. You simply cannot afford to miss it. I know some of you may say, I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have a babysitter, or whatever it might be. Remember what I said earlier. It's not about what you have. It's about how badly you want it. If you're truly ready for a change, if you really want it, you will find a way to overcome your obstacles. Make it your first test. Take it as the first step towards successful and powerful you. You deserve it. I see greatness in you. Now is the time for the whole world to see it. I love you very much, and I hope to see you all in Las Vegas at the most powerful women in network marketing. Love you.
The most powerful women in network marketing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank HAYLEY Hobson, Lisa Grossman, Donna Johnson, Loren SLOCUM, Lisa DeMayo, Esther Spina, Denny Robinson, Denise CHENAULT, Conchita Vargas, Lugo, Milan Jensen, Whitney Husband, Stefania Legato, Jane Leach, Brenda Schuler, Babette Tino, Kirsten Kirschbaum, Jessica Higdon, Sharon Sharif, Amani Zed, Sarah Zalecki, Tracy Wenkman, Kathleen Degelman, and Marina Worre for sharing some ideas. Hope you got a full page of notes. We'll look forward to seeing you down the road. Everybody have an amazing day and go make it happen. Take care, everybody.